we're gonna make a bird bath using some simple ingredients you might have laying around the house. So, and if you don't, you can probably improvise. What we're going to do, I got some JB Weld and a plate here to mix up. We're going to use some 5-minute epoxy for everything to attach stuff together today. And we have kind of a deeper dish like bowl or serving pan, and we have, you know, just a flat one. We're going to use this as our base for the post, or the pole for the middle. I'm going to use this piece of granite that I had left over, and I also have, to give them a little bit of something to walk on the bottom, some seashells, something that my daughter's found. You can also use like I don't know, like little pebbles or aquarium rocks or something like that. It gives them something to have a little more traction than if they're stepping on the glass. So let's get to it. Let's get mixing up some 5-minute epoxy and see if we can't build ourselves a bird bath today. I've never built a bird bath. I've built lots of bird houses. I have lots of feathered friends on my lawn, and I'd like to keep them cool this summer, and I think this is a perfect way to do it. So I'll get you set up here so you can see what I'm doing and not look at my ugly mug. So we got our ingredients here, and what I want to do first is start mixing up some epoxy. So what I'm going to do is put the epoxy here, and I'm going to put this there, and then that will be the base. This will be our post or pedestal, and we can go ahead and attach this one to the top. So let's so we see exactly where we're going to be. We're not going any further out than 2 or 3 of these little rings that are built in here for decoration. So we might as well get some epoxy mixed up. This is 5-minute epoxy. It's supposed to take only 5 minutes. We'll see. It's a good amount there. And I guess you just mix this up, and this stuff will stick a lot of things together. The guy told me once it'll stick water together, and I don't know how true that is, but sounds kind of made up, but it's funny. Alright, so we got a good amount there. Probably enough to do the bottom. I don't know if we should attach epoxy the bottom itself or the plate. I think we'll do a little both. So I should have used the other end of the stone, I'm already noticing. So we're going to put a good amount here. On that. I'm going to smear some on the bottom here, just so I know that it's on both. Oh, wind is coming up quick today. Hope that's not too bad in the microphone there. Alright, so we got that set in there. Now, that should be enough epoxy for what we're going for. And I put some on the bottom of this too, so it's spread on there pretty good. We're gonna ooze that right on there. Well, it is squishing out through the sides, so that shows me that it's should be enough there. I'll try not to get in the camera here. Smeared that in there. We'll see if this 5-minute epoxy actually takes 5 minutes. So that's step 1, getting the base glued on to the post. And for reassurance purposes, I'm going to go ahead and tape this down, just so it doesn't move around too much. Because I think I can put the top on as long as this is all held together securely. And this 5-minute epoxy, I don't know if it means 5 minutes to set up or 5 minutes and you can use it, but I'm hoping that it sets up in good shape in 5 minutes. It's been rather warm out, so it shouldn't take a long time. I'm going to really tape this down here so it doesn't move. hopefully in the end I'll be able to work on the top. It is still a little wiggly, but that helped out a lot. Put a couple more pieces on it just because. Really hold her down there. This is just painter's tape, so it should come off easy, and I don't think it's going to get stuck to that epoxy. Oops. It's nice and purple too, so it's pretty, even if it does get stuck on there, right? Okay. I think that should hold it. It's still wobbling a bit. Now, wonder if I can back you up. Let's go ahead and try it. Actually, I'm gonna goop up a little more of this stuff here. 5-minute epoxy. Just squirt a bunch out there. I probably don't need as much on the top because it is a flat surface against a flat surface. This has ridges in it, so there we go. We've got some of that all mixed up, and it mixes together fast. Just gonna mix it for a little bit and let that bottom set up. All right, let's back the camera up. All right, so I had to back you up there a little bit. Get a nice angle there. We're gonna go ahead and smear a little bit of that 5-minute epoxy on the top. Whoops, I got a little on the sides. And I chose this piece of granite because it's pretty heavy, and the glass plate on the bottom's pretty heavy, so it should not tip over very easily. Alright, we got that all on there nice. That is sticky already, it's sticking to my fingers. So then we're just gonna find center, place it on there. Put a couple pieces of tape on. Just in case the wind comes up all of a sudden. Little piece there. Well, we're gonna let this set up and see you in 5. Okay, we got our bird bath set up here. I carried it down. It was pretty sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's gonna tip over very easy. So we're gonna remove the tape. That's awesome. I think it came out pretty good for just using some things I had laying around that I didn't know what I was gonna do with anyways. But I like to keep things for videos like this. So there we go. There's the tape. Take that off. I brought down some pebbles or some little stones to throw in there. So we're gonna just go ahead, sprinkle some of those in there. Get some sticks and pine needles. These are just ones I found up by my driveway. And we got these little shells that my daughter found. We're gonna put those in here, maybe upside down for a few of them. This is a pretty deep plate, but they like to have stuff to stand on, I guess. My grandfather always told me that. So let's go ahead and pour some water in there. Oh. There we go. So it's a little out of level right there. It's got more water on one side than the other. It's like got a deep end. So find a good level spot for it. There we go. There we go. I think the birds will like it. I'm gonna fill it right up because they got plenty of things to stand on in there, but that's pretty deep. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of my mess here. And I knew the epoxy had set up because the spoon wouldn't come out of the plate. It was stuck right in there, so I figured that epoxy dried. It took about 8 minutes. And then it was ready to go. But there you have it. That's perfect, huh? It's pretty. It's beautiful the way that sunlight shines off of it. And I put it under this tree that has a little bit of shade that works its way around, so it'll be in the sun at some points of the day and it'll be shady in the other points. And they are always building nests up in there. I didn't want to put it directly under the tree because I didn't want them to poop on it. So there you have it. That's just a little bird bath. Get a little close up in there. They can get a drink now. I got rid of a granite post and a couple plates. I think I found them at a yard sale, so I didn't know what I was going to do with them, and here you have it. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe, that like, and make sure you share it to some friends that might be interested in building a project like this or might want to see the rest of my videos. I'd appreciate all the likes and comments, and I appreciate all you guys for watching. So